Wherever we go, we see that essentially the questions are the same. The problems might be slightly different, the challenges might be slightly different, but the question of how do we best bring private enterprise and investment into our development ideas and vision and the implementation of our vision remains the same. And I think this is really why we are all sitting here today, to look at the Caribbean context and to see how the private sector can play a role in this overall setting. How do we actually reach what Mr. Prime Minister said, the livelihoods that we want for our citizens, the health, the food security, the well-being, and the happiness? And I saw on your island, arriving at Aruba airport, the first thing you see is happiness, which is very nice, and this was actually something that inspired me. In 2000, the General Assembly passed a large resolution that was called the Millennium Resolution, and at a later stage, 8 development goals were attached to that development resolution as a kind of a guideline for the United Nations to look into development activities. And we would like to see how we can inspire your chambers, your members, to look into these kind of very visionary, very interesting opportunities together with us in the future.
When I landed here, I think in February, I of course saw the thing on the cars, the Happy Island. And of course it just puts a smile on your face, doesn't it? And then you sort of experience Aruba and you realize why people are smiling and why you're smiling. And I think a lot of the Caribbean islands have that sense of happiness in them. I mean, well, that's my experience in my first year in the Caribbean. But happiness isn't enough. You know, we want sustainability, we want, growing economies, we want less crime and violence in some of the societies and in some of the problems related to drugs and things. So there are challenges as well. This is a Caribbean meeting. So put in your head that we're focused on the Caribbean in the course of today, as well as your individual islands. So think of the Caribbean and think of your islands. Essentially, there are 2 main working groups. There are 2 main working group sessions, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. And in the next 5 minutes, we're handing over the responsibility for the success of the meeting to you. Essentially, it's your discussion, your debate that is going to actually produce the result of the day.